Hello again, it's Noob, and today I thought we'd have some fun. How many of these 10 lockpicking tools do you know? I imagine that if you are an intermediate picker or an expert lockpicker, then you will know every single one of these tools. But if you're just starting out the hobby, you might not know all of them. So where to start? Well, let's start with one of the easy ones. This is a snap gun, a manual lockpick gun. And this works by firing a needle very fast and very hard up into the pins inside a lock. The tip of the pick gun goes into the keyway of a lock, and when you pull the trigger it smashes the key pins into the driver pins, hopefully creating a gap at the shear line, allowing the core to turn when you're using a turning tool. It can be quite an effective technique but still takes a little bit of skill. The next one to look at is one of these. Do you recognise it? This is a 2-in-1 lockpick, a Lishi style pick. There is a famous brand name for this sort of picks called Lishi, and this is a copy of that. The idea with this is you have turning force and a lockpick all in one tool, 2-in-1. This particular pick is for Yale style Euro locks like this. But there are so many of these 2-in-1 picks for nearly every type of lock that you can imagine. They've become popular because they make picking a particular lock quite easy, plus you can use the markings on the handle here not only to locate which pin you're picking at any given time, but also what length the key pin is using the markings. Another tool you might recognise, this is a tubular lockpick. There are many different varieties, but they essentially do the same thing and help you open, or should I say impression, a tubular lock like this. These lockpicks are technically self-impressioning tools. You have these little fingers which slide back and forth under a little bit of friction on the tool. When the tool is inserted, while you're rocking the tool back and forth in the lock, these fingers slide back slowly to form a copy of the actual key itself, and the lock will open. Next up, do you know what this egg whisk style tool is? Some of you may know this as a cross lock rake. This is a cross lock, quite common in some parts of Europe, and it's a 4-axis lock which is operated by a cross-shaped key, and you can see all the pin chambers all the way around here. The tool itself has these 4 sprung pick ends that act as little rakes, and you quite literally inject these tips into the lock and under tension rake back and forth until the lock eventually opens. They're very cool looking and quite effective tools, even if they are a little bit niche. What about this? This is actually one of the first tools that I bought. This is a Chinese disc detainer lockpick. You can recognise cheap disc detainer locks by that square-shaped key with the strange cuts in it, as well as that wide lozenge-shaped keyhole. The lock itself is locked using a sidebar mechanism, and you can see on the other side here the stack of discs that have to be rotated exactly to the right point for the lock to open. The tip of this tool acts as the turner, and this part here is the picking tip. If you look here, as I'm turning the tip of the tool, you should be able to see how I can manipulate the discs, and once I've got all the discs in the right position, we should be able to get the lock open like that. What do we think of this tool? Do you recognise it? Well, this is a 2-in-1 Dimple pick, very much like the Lishi style pick we saw before. This tool is designed for picking dimple locks like this, which are recognisable by their horizontal keyway and flat key, with the bitting going along the middle of the key like that. This is called a 2-in-1 pick because you are able to tension or turn the lock there and then use this lock pick to pick the pins. So you can see we can insert the tool, insert the pick, and you can see how this rotating flag is able to pick down on top of the pins inside the lock to help pick it. Lock picks like this can make picking dimple locks a bit easier. There are multiple tools or multiple types of dimple locks with different keyways, and most of them also tell you the depth of the key pins as well, so you can decode what the key would look like. At first glance, this doesn't actually look like a lock picking tool at all. Do you know what this is? Well, this is one of many different types of impressioning handle. And lock impressioning is where you take a key blank, one which isn't cut, you put it in some kind of vice grip or handle like this, insert the tip into a lock, turn it back and forth under some pressure, look at the tip to see where there are markings, file down those markings, and eventually you should actually create a impressioned new key for the lock in question. Whilst there are experts that can quite literally impression locks within seconds, this can be a very lengthy technique to gain a key to a lock, and also take quite a lot of skill and experience to reliably be able to make new keys for locks without them. Alright, what about this? I mean, if you don't know what this tool is, you might think it's some kind of Dimple lock key with a strange handle and no bitting. And in some ways, it sort of is. This is a foil impressioning handle for Dimple locks. You use a piece of foil like this, and this is just a piece of quite thick aluminium foil that's molded into shape. You'd put that in a groove here, and then you would insert this into a compatible Dimple lock like this. And with the foil underneath, you would rock this tool back and forth until slowly the key pins self-impression into the foil and essentially create a copy of the key itself, and the lock will open. This technique is fun, but can be a bit of trial and error. It does use quite a lot of those foil blanks, and there are many different blades for many different Dimple locks, so one size does not fit all. Two last ones for you, and what about this? This tool is really strange. It looks like some kind of caterpillar or centipede. It actually is a multi-tipped lockpick for a very particular type of lock, and that is the Tibbe lock, which I think is a Ford invention. You used to find these on a lot of old Fords, but they don't make this lock anymore as far as I know. And this pick can open these locks in a crazy short amount of time. You insert the tool, pull out the pin, you turn each of these little projections to a particular point, which actually then represents what the key would look like, and then you can turn. You've essentially made a copy of this key. So this is a very specific lockpick for a very specific range of locks. And lastly but not least, you know what this is? I did a review of one relatively recently. It seems to be made of a brass material. It acts like a little plunger on a spring. Look at the blade. Does that look familiar? If you guessed right, this is actually a Dimple lock bump key. You can see that the blade has very even cuts on it, and this is sort of a very low cut on the key. You put it into a compatible Dimple lock, then you quite literally apply a small amount of turning force, then hit this really hard with a hammer and keep smacking this under light tension until these key pins bump the driver pins all to the shear line, and you can open the lock. It's quite a fun, if quite loud technique, and it does actually damage your locks. In fact, I've broken locks using these tools. And also, like most Dimple lockpicks, one size does not fit all. So there you go. I hope you thought that was a bit of fun. How well did you do? Let me know down in the comments below. Did you get all 10 of your lockpicking experts? Are there a couple which tripped you up? Be honest down in the comments below. It's all a bit of fun, and I'd really be interested to see how well you all did. If you like this video, then maybe I can do a follow-up on even stranger, rarer lockpicking tools to really test your knowledge. Again, let me know in the comments. If there's enough comments, I will do a follow-up video. If you like this video, then please drop me a like. If you haven't subscribed, now's a great time to do so. You can even hit that notification bell to be next notified when I upload content. All I can say is stay safe, happy picking, and I'll see you all next time.